Nice. Hello, Diane.
You changed a bit.
Half 7. It's a good time. Let me start recording. Well, it's already recorded. Let me just now. Good evening again, guys. Welcome everyone to Area Council meeting. So this is one of those meetings where we invite almost everyone within the area to come along, share your thoughts, and if in case anything to discuss. I have relatively quick presentation I've put together. Hopefully everybody could see the presentation. Yes, thank you, Ines. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Julian. Right, okay. So as always, there are 3 main things to discuss. Face-to-face meetings, I know money raised and many others. A bit on that, then area directors nominations. It's that time of the year. Then area directors report as well. Wouldn't take long because you have already done that, but just to tick the box so we know that this is another thing in the list we need to discuss. So moving on to the very first thing, face-to-face meetings. Are we going to do it? And when are we going to do it? Well, the answers to this particular question is twofold, right? The very first thing is government guidelines. TMI suggested that whichever country we are in, we need to follow the government guidelines. What's happening here in UK? Well, you guys know more than me, I guess, because I don't really check news much because I feel it's the same story again and again. So when you will find out, let me know, because government guidelines going to get clear when they are going to get published. Everybody will know about it, but we know what we know from the news. However, TMI guidelines is, of course, we have to follow government guidelines, but TMI suggested that at least for next 6 months, we are not planning to go face-to-face. However, club-wise, we do have the liberty, if we are not breaching government guidelines, if you would like to do it, we can do it. So again, it's back to the club. So the very first thing is we need to follow what government says and TMI is. We do have a deck coming. That's in May, 1st and 2nd May. That's our district executive councils. If you guys like to join, let me know. I can extend the invite. Otherwise, it's mostly for the district officers. But you guys can always join if you like to. Let me know if you are interested. But hopefully, we always ask these questions, but we haven't got any strong, clear answer yet, apart from what I have already said it, that government guidelines hopefully will get clear soon. Any question on this?
Yeah, the only comment I have I did send an email out to everybody earlier on before the meeting. I don't know if people saw that. There is a lot of additional burden being put on clubs to comply with COVID requirements and all that. And on top of it, we also have this thing about COVID passports and all that kind of thing, which means how do we decide who can, who can't come? And there are also legal issues to consider in terms of if somebody comes with an infection and then infect other people in the club, what is the legal position of Toastmaster and the club actually? Who's, you know, going to take responsibility for it? Will those kind of things be covered in the guideline? Because those are the things that cause me concern, because as a president, I'm going to sign this health and safety form and give it to St. Andrews and say, I will comply with this. And if anything goes wrong, it will fall on my head as the president of the club who signed the form and say, I'll comply with it. Well, it might fall on the officers or whoever actually, but end of the day, it is putting the club in a very difficult position if something were to go wrong. Those are the areas I'm kind of looking for some kind of assistance from TMI to see how a club can manage those things. The date and all that it can be flexible because, end of the day, as a group, we decide when we want to go face to face, we do that. But it's all the other thing behind it that we have to carry along and make sure we comply with all that need to be considered. Actually, yeah, that's my concern. Actually, yeah.
Very valid point. Thank you, Mane. Well, as I said, if we take advice from TMI's advisors, don't go back. It's too much to think of, too much to organize for. There isn't a clear structure what we could do. And as you said, it's overburden. So TMI is very clear that it's very restricted time and we will not able to enjoy as we used to, because we will be worried about this. However, if anything will change on 1st or 2nd of May, I can let you know. But what we know as we stand today is that we are not looking forward to go back face to face, at least for next 6 months. So even though government will say, okay, this is a big list, fulfill that and go for it. But from TMI's point of view, it's not worth that hassle. But again,
I finding TMI has a deadline, but again, these issues are not going to go away just in 6 months' time. We got to face them and address them at some stage. Go on, Amanda, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think that at the what is it, the district executive meeting, which all presidents, VPEs, and is it VPMs have to go, or is it just the VPEs and the presidents have to attend? You can raise that point as a president. You can raise that point and ask the question. I think that the district will have come to a decision, and then they'll tell us. And then, because you have to be at the meeting, you will probably be asked to vote on it, and then you can take it back to your club.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yes. I guess the pragmatic position is that, if you wanted to get together as a club, you do a lateral flow testing before every meeting to check if you are a carrier or not. But I think you've got to leave it up to your members, haven't you? You've got to put the question to them if your club is prepared to take that risk. And I think most people would probably vote not to, I would think.
And there has to be the cost as well. So if 5 people want to go back, are they prepared to pay for the hall? Because if the non-attendees don't want to go back, they shouldn't be charged. So I think it has to be a decision for the whole club, and then you have to take as a executive committee, you have to make that decision on behalf of the club.
I was thinking, Amanda, that whether there's an option to think about, and that's a hybrid club where, let's say, some of your members want to do a face-to-face. So you get collectively some of these members from 2 or 3 clubs, and you have a once a month face-to-face meeting. That could be difficult to set up, but it's one way it could happen, I suppose.
And expensive. So if a club is prepared to get a big screen and to get the extra cameras in and pay for the hall, it's just...
You'd still have your Zoom meetings as you do, but you would just take those members who want to do face-to-face, and they would just have their own meeting. So you would still have your normal meetings on Zoom, but there would be additional meeting once a month, let's say, for members to get together face-to-face. So I think the cost probably wouldn't be too prohibitive, but...
and then you have to discuss. So as Manny said, who takes the decision? So you're saying a flow test, but if people don't want to do one of those, are we saying they can't come to a face-to-face meeting? Those are difficult decisions, and it has to be the whole club to decide and vote on it. But it's interesting. So it's a nice thought.
I think if a club has very cheap premises, for example, if they get it free like Mole Valley, or some people meet maybe in the room above the bar in a pub or something like that, then they can do these things. But it's very expensive, isn't it, with the sort of rooms that we normally hire out?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I guess we banked a lot of the clubs have banked a lot of fees where they've not had to pay for a hire hall over the last year or so, haven't they? And I know
that's true.
our club have certainly in a better financial position because of that. So
Have you not reduced the fees
we have
for members, Leon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have done that.
But that would allow people perhaps to invest in the equipment to do hybrid meetings. But it also a question of how long will get use out of that equipment. Is it worth it? You know.
I think in Sutton we considered that and thought, well, what's to stop someone to say, well, I'm not going to go to the meeting today, I'll just do it online. In which case the room is a waste, really, if you get that sort of attitude. Not that anyone will have that attitude, but you never know, really. So I think hybrid might come out to be more expensive, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you need a very big screen, wouldn't you? And it would be, as Amanda said, it would be prohibitively expensive. So one or two venues may have a screen there, but many may not. So.
And you'd need sound equipment. So, you know, I've seen how Mole Valley does half-half, and there's interference from a number of different laptops in the meeting, and you can't really hear or see people properly. I'd like to see a hybrid meeting that works well, that isn't expensive, before I'm prepared to think about that. I think costs would be expensive. And I think most of us have got used to the fact that we're in our pajamas and our slippers at home. And would we drive somewhere, there might only be 5 people in the meeting, so that's expensive. I just don't see the point of it for another 6 months. As much as I want to see everybody and you know, be standing in front of a group rather than doing it here on camera. But I think we have to think about the costs for our members.
I also think we need to get our members' opinions, because actually people might be perfectly happy staying on Zoom for 6 months. But I think we need to put the question to them, just say we're information gathering and find out what people's views are. Not making any promises, but just trying to get people's opinion to form decisions.
Yep, I think a survey is a good idea.
Yes, yeah, great points too. I'm always there with the members that, and as DMI said, 6 months, DMI suggested not to go, but again, any particular club say, well, we have done the survey, we have done the quick poll, and our members happy to do it. There's nothing stopping you going back in person. Well, of course, as long as we abide by the government guidelines. So great on that. But as I said, I will update you more if there is anything different. And this question definitely going to be discussed there on 1st and 2nd of May, which is the next meeting. So, well, that's face-to-face meeting. That's the first point of the agenda. Moving on to the next one, area director's role. So my lovely term is coming to the end. And then we are looking for the next area director who could do a better job, who would actually know what it takes to be. Because I spend a lot of time just fiddling around. I'm sure some of you could do a great job. Now, the way it goes, you wouldn't have to nominate yourself. Right, so you will not have, well, you can nominate somebody else, but then I'm quite happy. I can approach the person, but the person needs to agree on that. So I will request you guys to think about it, right? And I will also request within the next couple of weeks, or we need to have the name before 1st of May. So I did mention this in the last area directors meeting as well, area council. So we do need that, right? Again, any one of you could nominate yourself. You could nominate somebody else within your club, and I'm quite happy to approach the person. And right at the end, if you have more than one, we already have one nominee. If you have more than one, then we will do the elections within the area council. And then whoever wins is going to be the next area director. And that term is going to be what it says, from 1st July 2021 to 30th June 2022. Right, and more information, there was a link I shared last time, and I will share that link, which gives all the info about the area director's role, like what you, well, I say most, I don't think it says most, because there are a lot of things I got involved, and I thought, wow, hang on, this wasn't part of that document at all. So consider that as work in progress, but nobody work on that. So it's very dynamic, very volatile in that terms. But this is what I just wanted to say, that any one of you could go for it. I will share more info, but in the gist, in the essence, you know what it is, right? So next couple of weeks, I will request if you would like to nominate yourself or somebody else you think. But if you will nominate somebody else, it's always a good idea to check in advance if the person is happy. Otherwise, it's just going to. But yeah, I just thought I'll let you know. Any question on this item, please, before we move to the next and last item of today's?
If you've already been an area director, Varun, can you get voted again, or is it something you can't do again? If you've been,
I can do that again. Well, any area director could repeat it twice in a row, consecutive. So I could do it again. Yes, yeah, but I'm not planning at all, because my wife said she's going to divorce me if I will do it again. And it was tempted offer, but I do love my wife and kids. But this is not to demoralize anyone. It's a lovely, lovely role. Of course, if you're married, it's a bit tough, but because, well, the whole reason is the meetings. Like I attended a meeting yesterday, and I said to the guys that there was no need for it. And I said, there's only one answer I need. Give me yes or no. But they came for the meeting. We did the meeting, and I didn't get that answer. And I'm still waiting for that answer. So we could have avoided that meeting. But there are many more. They love meeting. You know, I'm an area director. I'm a Toastmaster. I love talking myself. But I respect everyone's time as well. So, well, I can't believe it. I said that. But yes, yeah. So there are lots of meetings you've got to attend. I would be honest with you. I mean, feel free to have a chat with me offline. I will give you the honest feedback. It's a lovely job. You get to meet. Like when I was just in Sutton Speakeasy, I didn't get to meet so many of you. It's unfortunate that I couldn't travel and come to you, but I was lucky enough as well. I have traveled, except Lyon in Reigate. I think I've been all other clubs. Well, hopefully I will come around there as well at some point, whenever face-to-face meeting will happen. So any other questions?
It's the best role I've ever had.
Yes.
Area director. It was area governor back then, but it's a super role.
Yes. It is. It's very involved, very hands-on. And luckily enough, within the area, I can say that you have lovely people around. Like I was blessed with Matt until he got committed to Epsom. And Gillian is a lifesaver. I don't know how I could do it. I mean, you say I'm your area director, but she's the one who's been doing everything. Also. Yes. So, but please, there are many people.
Yeah, I can certainly support Amanda at that time, because she and I were area directors in different areas at the same time.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any support at all.
Yeah, we didn't have assistance back then.
No,
oh my God, we had to do it by ourselves, didn't we, Chris?
We certainly
And
did.
we survived.
I don't know how did you do it. I wouldn't be able to do it myself. No, not without Gillian. And Matt, of course. Matt was a great help as well.
Well, especially as one club was nearly an hour to travel from home.
Yes.
By public transport and back. So it's 2 hours traveling, 2 hours meeting. That's almost half a day gone.
I take it Chris is not going to nominate himself, if in case anybody thinks about it.
And who's the division director this year? Do we know who's put themselves forward?
We don't know. I've heard that somebody qualified, and I think, yeah, somebody I think got to the level, and hopefully we'll get it. But that person is not from the division. But mind it, our current division director is not from the division either. So that's what
and that proposed one is from Division B.
yes,
It's on the
website.
District Council agenda.
Yes, yeah. It's I will share the link with you. All the names are there now. So yes, but and they are hopefully, because that's what they are going to hopefully declare.
If it's the person I'm thinking of, then he's great.
He's great. Okay, great. I've heard good. Well, I don't know the person myself, but I have heard good views about him as well. So yeah, it's good.
He's been to see us at Sutton.
Oh, great. So I would take it no more question on this one. And then I will move into the last one, which is not a brainer. Each one of you know about area reports. We do twice. We have already done the autumn one in autumn. Now it's a springtime, so we got to do it sooner rather than later. Most of the VPEs, if you have your club success plan, we just need to have that info there. The rest of the bit, we could just copy and paste from the previous one. Well, I'm kidding. No, not really. No, we have to update it. We do very, very hard.
We must update it because surely we've improved, or someone has slipped up and needs help or reminding.
Yes, thank you, Chris. And that's why I said, remember when we do it, there's a purpose behind it. We are not just doing it to tick the box. But well, of course, if there won't be any.
Yes, we are.
If I won't get any feedback from the club after many emails, many chase up, then yes, yeah, I need to submit the report, and I will submit the report. I did all the reports in one go, and again, thanks to Matt and Gillian, they got there. So we had split that time, and hopefully we will do the same this time as well. We go one more club this time. So we are looking for all of your help to get it done. We would like to get it done by the end of this month, because again, as it happens, by the end of May, when it's supposed to be due, the website goes down and it's nasty. People blame each other. They claim a lot of time wasted. We don't want to do it, any of them. So I will request, when either myself or Julian would be in touch with you, please give the information we are looking for. And there's only one part of it we are looking, and most of them, if you have your club success plan updated, you will be able to provide straight away, right? And that's it, that's job done. Now, as I said, area director or assistant area director, one of us would be in touch with you. And the purpose is that what's good happening, because this report goes to the district, and the club growth director, the quality director, they all check it, and they know that, okay, you guys been doing such a great work. So it's really a great report, great time to put together what you have been doing. And of course, I said, so this is a scope of improvement. If there is one, then please. Yes, Amanda.
Really, they just want to, basically they want to see the DCP point system. So if the VPs can just make sure, because anybody on the district can look to see how we as an area are doing, and I think most of us are doing well, apart from one club. And, you know, we've got to try and get to 9 points. If we can't, to 7 points. So that's really, it's the VPE just checking if there are any more DCP points we can get, see how many more awards we can get. But please don't push your speakers that you want to speak at every meeting. That will kill it for everybody else. So try and share those people who need a final few speeches with each other so that you get some variety, and we don't bore the pants off anyone.
Thank you, Amanda. Yes. So yes, yeah, as I said, the club success plan, all the DCP points you could have. Of course, we aim for 10. If you get the 10, best. And that's what we are looking forward. So, and scope of improvement, as I said, if there is anything you couldn't share before, now is the time to share. Please let us know when we do this. Any need, any requirement, any support you need from the area director, division director, district director. I mean, I'm quite happy if you'd like to bypass me and go to any one of them, by all means, but I'm always here to lend you the ear. if I'm not able to change anything the way it's been happening in TMI, I have already tried a few times, but what I can promise is to always lend my ear and hear you. So if you would like to get off something from your chest, by all means. So we still have 5 minutes, and that's the most important time when I say anything which I haven't discussed and you think we should discuss, please, now is the time. Anything on any topic at any time which we missed or I missed myself, please, now is the time we can discuss. Please go for it.
Varun, can I ask you about your text yesterday about the banner? So club banner.
Mhm.
Can you just explain that further? Because I wasn't sure what I was meant to be doing with that.
Well, I'm not sure either. Did I send a message about banner?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did. It might not be there yesterday, the day before. You sent it to the WhatsApp group.
Ah, okay. Sorry, you forgot to mention a key word. It was a forwarding. Yes, that came from, and I was thinking, oh yeah. All right, okay. So yes, yeah, what you do if you want. So what do you want to know? It's like a marketing stunt, or a club growth director and the quality directors, they have said it. Amanda, would you like to add?
So in the old days, we used to take our banners up to the district meetings and have them on show. And now somehow they're going to put them up on Zoom so that you can see them on a screen. So I think it's literally a screen save of our banner to somebody on the district team, whoever in that email, and they will put them all up at some stage so that we can show off to the rest of the world.
Yeah, like a virtual marketing advertisement. So usually when we have a big meeting, all the banners hanging on the wall, it's a similar sort of thing on a virtual. If you fill that up, upload, take the picture, then hopefully at some point, all of us, as Amanda said, they are working on it. There are many different portals where they will upload them, and then now and then it will refresh. Yes.
So our banner is in the hall in Sutton, so we can't get it out there. So I'm wondering if we've got a picture. Can we send a picture of us standing in front of the banner or near the banner? We do have some pictures at some point, at some stage, that were taken with the banner there. So I will ask PR and somebody at Sutton to find a picture.
I did look in the TMI site, Amanda. There's an option to get a digital banner for I think it was $25, but I don't think it's worth spending that kind of money. But I agree with you. If they allow us to show a banner with some members in front of it, that would be ideal actually, because we have lots of that as well, and our banner is in someone's loft as well actually. Yeah. So.
I think ours is in Dave's garage. So
yeah.
So it's okay to take a photograph of it and just submit that.
That's why, yes, you could just take the picture if you like, and you might have a picture. Of course, if you have the banner with yourselves, then yes, you could be there right at the front. If you like to do a bit of Photoshop, the committee members, the club members, the most active members, and the banner at the back, feel free to do that. Yes, and just fill the form right at the end, upload the picture, and go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ines, for reminding that. Sorry, somebody was saying something. Did I cut any?
Sorry, Varun, is there a deadline for that, or to send the banner? Or?
Well, there isn't. I'm just checking the form now. It doesn't say any deadline as such, but it got to be before. I will say don't do it in the last week of May. So again, a couple of weeks, next 2 weeks, because they're going to close everything down. Well, the way it goes, last week, most of the things, they fall down. But first and 2nd of May, it's going to happen. So a week before is always a good deadline. But otherwise, it doesn't say anything there.
Okay.
And then we can't do proxies, unfortunately. The president and the VP has to be there to vote. So we have to attend all presidents, all VPEs have to attend the district council meeting, which is probably sparrow's fart on Saturday morning when you don't want to be up, but it's a 3-hour meeting roughly, and
Yeah.
we have to vote.
I can't, I'm driving back from Cornwall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I have
the master for it.
I have registered, so I'm attending actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Registered as well.
nice.
But in the old days, we could vote
get
in
proxy.
somebody else, a proxy, but now we can't do that.
Yes, yeah.
And we need a quorum, which is why they want the clubs to provide the president and the
That's
VPE.
why. So whoever, doesn't really matter whether 50% or 60% of the people will attend, then percentage of those would able to make the vote count. And that's the whole point. So yeah, if you could join, great. If you wouldn't able to join, trust me, nobody gonna miss it. Right?
No one will die. No one will die.
Go and enjoy your time. Trust me, you won't miss much there. But no, if you could join, great. So I will also see that I'm not the only one there.
Do we get credits for attending?
No, but
The credits.
you actually learn a hell of a lot of, you understand what goes on in the background.
Okay.
So some things make sense. Other things are boring as buggery, but some things are really interesting.
Okay. Thanks, Amanda.
Yes, yeah. No, it's good fun. If you haven't attended, I think it's worth attending once. So yeah, it's worth attending once.
Does
I was
that mean
about
I
to-
don't have to attend again because I attended last time?
No, you have to come.
Well, that's the reason. This is what I was about to say, is that it's worth attending once, so you know why you don't want to attend again.
Yeah, I attended last time, so that's my once.
But you know, we get to vote in who are area directors and things. And if we aren't there voting, then we get what we're given. So, you know, I think if you have a chance to vote and change the course of history, no one's going to die if you aren't there. But actually, it's just one of those duties.
Yes.
And I think it's a good duty.
Yeah.
It's a good commitment.
I'll be
Okay.
there.
So great. It's 8:03.
Hey, can we go?
All right. Okay. So, any more question from anyone on anything, please? No.
One question for him. Any idea when proposals come out for realignments? Because we're due to move a club out the area.
Yes, yeah, that's right, Chris. So no alignment. They see, the thing is, we haven't. Okay, so for everyone else, just a bit of background in one sentence. What Chris is saying. So Chris is from Surbiton, and within area D53, we were 5 clubs. Now we are 6 clubs. We are working to charter the 7th club. That club hasn't been chartered yet. But if that would come, or at any point that would come, then what happens? Then we will have to, we can't have 7 clubs within one area, right? So the talks are that which club or clubs would go out of the area. Surbiton seems to be right on the edge of the map at the moment. Somebody thinks, whoever draw those maps, right? Before you guys will start firing me. But the realignment team, they won't be doing anything. They can think, they can discuss, but they won't be doing anything just yet because the 7th club hasn't been chartered yet. So it's not going to. And again, whether Surbiton will be the one, that's not final yet either. So, and again, as I said to Mani before, that feel free, if you, and Mani shared some comments, and I did share that straight away with the division director, and I haven't heard anything back after that. But realignment team, they are going to discuss with us again, hopefully Well, they did discuss last time and they said they will discuss with us again. They haven't yet, but I won't be surprised. But currently, I can confirm that 7th club hasn't been chartered officially yet. So they are planning, but they haven't made any conclusion just yet. So there's no date as of now, Chris.
No,
And you can bring that, you can bring that up.
bring out proposals at the on the 1st of May.
Yep, that's what you need to do, Chris.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free. What Money said, I have already shared that with division. But if you have,
I fed my comments into Manny, so that's the same comments.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
and Eddie Qua has been working with Diane on the district conference, so he has also given her some feedback. Actually, yeah.
yes, yes.
He's a past president of the club. Yeah.
Eddie and Dan, they are together in that.
Yes. Yeah.
They will sort that out, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for that question, Chris. Any more questions from anyone, please? Any pressing issue as such? Oops. Right. Okay, great. Thank you again, guys. It's 8:06 here at my end, and considering we all are in the same country, must be the same time at your end as well. Well, these days you never know. Working at Zoom all the time. So, right, thanks. If there's any other question you couldn't think of now, feel free to message me personally or throw that in the chat. Most of the time, by the time I check, one of you already have answered it, which is great. It's always great to have a great team with you, which of course you guys are. So thank you so much. And the last quarter left, there are only 3 months, roughly 3 in. So let's make it happen, right? Hopefully we will remember that for long. So as I said, thank you for your time this evening. Have a lovely rest of the evening and look forward to work with you for the rest of the year as well. Thank you, guys. You take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.